Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Linux Minute. I'm your host, Guy the IT Guy. And I left my other tab open. Go away. And welcome to the Linux Minute. Today we're going to talk about, in general, Linux. And apparently we might have to pay for Libre Office someday. I don't find that too appealing, actually, myself. I like using Libre Office for free. Although, there is no such thing as a free lunch, really. I mean, Linux has been free, but when an operating system gets a little too popular, then a company decides that they want to try and buy it. But let's read on Linux users might find themselves paying money to use LibreOffice one day. I'm just like that guy right there, like, pull my hair out. It's like, no, I don't think so. I was trying to get my webcam fired up, but my webcam is not working. I don't know what's going on with that. That way you guys could see me pulling my hair out. It'd be funny look. So if you're a Linux nerd or you just like Linux, you don't have to be a nerd, or a Windows user without much money, you probably have used LibreOffice. And that's free software that's actually quite good. It is better than, Microsoft Office. Even though they say, although Microsoft Office is far superior. No, it's not. I don't think so. There is stuff in Microsoft Office you have to pay for to get. I mean, sometimes you could get Microsoft Office for like $50, but then if you want to do Visio drawings, chuck out another $300, homeboy, because you just tanked it. You just found the money pit right there. And regardless of how you feel about the Windows maker, Microsoft, its Office Suite software is second to none. Yeah, it is second to none because what comes in first is LibreOffice. If you use Windows or Mac and can't afford it, they recommend real Word and Excel over knockoffs. I wouldn't. There's no way. No. Because I can create a document in LibreOffice, email it to somebody who has Office 365 or Office 2016. They can open it up, no problem. No reformatting of any sorts. And let's see. And as the aforementioned LibreOffice Writer or Calc, sadly, other than the web version, Microsoft Office is not available for Linux. Which is probably a good thing. That way we don't have to suffer through that. People be like, but you can get it for Linux, just go buy it. With that said, as a Linux user, I appreciate LibreOffice's existence and use it regularly. I've been using it for a long time. I used it myself back in college. I graduated college in 2009. But, what if LibreOffice wasn't free? Would people still use it if it cost money? Some folks became very worried about that exactly as the release candidate of LibreOffice 7.0 labeled itself as Personal Edition. The minute you have a Personal Edition, there's a Professional Edition and an Enterprise Edition, and that's where the money starts jumping in. And to some, it's a sign that a paid version of LibreOffice was on the horizon. Well, guess what? They weren't totally wrong. In the future, you might find yourself paying money to use LibreOffice software. According to a new blog post from the Document Foundation Board aimed at quelling fears, however, there is no need to panic. None of the changes that are being evaluated will affect the license, the availability, the permitted uses, and or the functionality. LibreOffice will always be free software. Oops, bumped the mouse. And nothing will always be free software and nothing is changing for end users, developers, and community members. Due to the short time frame we are working with, the tagline appeared on the RC, and we apologize if this caused some of you to think we are unilaterally implemented the change. Rest assured that the consultation with the community is still ongoing, explains Mike Saunders on behalf of the Document Foundation Board. Might as well just call themselves MDF, because it's Manufactured Board. Saunders also says the Personal Edition tagline is part of a wider 5-year marketing plan as we are preparing to have We are preparing, and it has the purposes of differentiating the current free and community-supported LibreOffice from a LibreOffice enterprise set of products and services provided by members of our ecosystem. Excuse me. The marketing plan is still under development and discussions, so we're eager to receive and evaluate your feedback. Yeah, it just clicked in my mind. Oh, it's no longer going to be free, because when they say enterprise products, they're saying basically LibreOffice will still be there. It will still be free, but it's going to be watered down. There's not going to be much of anything. And you have to buy Office to get the good stuff. So if you're currently using LibreOffice for free, you should be able to continue to do so forever. Well, maybe. Maybe the enterprise thing could be just for corporations and businesses. You have absolutely no reason to worry, however. The Document Foundation Board admits there are plans for a paid LibreOffice Enterprise in the future, so some business users may find themselves choosing to pay to use that variant of the software. Honestly, if I owned a business, I would pay to use LibreOffice Enterprise. It's going to be cheaper than Microsoft Office. By far. Microsoft Office and its enterprise licensing, if I remember right, for the full Office suite, it's $1,300 a seat. It's pretty high. But, you know, you and me could get it for $300. Of course, that's per year, but hey. See, yes, folks, some Linux, Mac, and Windows users might be paying money to use LibreOffice Enterprise one day. Only if they're in a business. You know what? If that puts some extra money into the pockets of LibreOffice developers, contributors, maybe that's a good thing. Are you worried about this personal edition tag showing up in LibreOffice? Do you trust the Document Foundation board members? I don't know. Why don't you leave the comment? Please tell me in the comments below in the video, below the video description. Let me know what you guys think. Because, you know what? Oh, I don't think it's going to go that far. So this sounds like a Red Hat model. Yeah, pretty much. You can buy a well-supported enterprise version, but there's still excellent free versions made available too. A great case can be made that the paid version has subsidized development to those excellent free versions. Which, if there's going to be an enterprise version, that means they're going to be making like a server side of it. So that way they have like a whole email ecosystem, which there already is, but this is going to be more... You can back up your email ecosystem. And I know you're already saying, but you can. But when you think about businesses, they want to be able to back it up into a database and be able to restore it from that said database at any given time. Somebody's like, maybe it's like Java 2. Pay to get official support and long-term solution. If you do not want to pay, use the latest version or use the build offered by the community. Except for, of course, for Java has fairly strict licensing. Oracle will want paid for any commercial use of their software, and that's why OpenJDK JRE exists. Which JDK is Java Development Kit. And the funny thing is that's made by Oracle, so hey. People try to say, oh, Java's not made by Oracle. It's like, yeah, it's made by Oracle. Don't know why your downvoted CentOS is real. Who got downvoted? I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever. I just don't want to pay. I mean, yeah. Even if I had to pay $50 a year to use LibreOffice, that'd be worth the money. So that way it's backing the developers, because they're probably doing this in their free time, or people are contributing to it while they're in college. They're not really getting paid. They're getting paid by donations that people decide that they're going to throw at them. There's that. But other than that, they're not really getting paid. Not by a long shot. So, yeah, I would not have a problem, dipping money into the funds to help LibreOffice along. Because I have LibreOffice installed on all my Linux machines, so... paid? Only for Enterprise, and that's completely understandable. And then maybe the Enterprise editions, people will start buying them because it would be $50 a seat. And that will take off, and it'll explode, and be everlasting, and that will help keep the developers fed. Because, you know, not like they're dogs or anything, but help keep the developers fed. So that way it can help push along and make the free version that we use on our home computers even better. You never know. There's always like that paid/free model that actually kind of works out. Just like with FreeSpire. There's FreeSpire and then there's Linspire. They're both owned by the same company. FreeSpire's kind of nice, yeah. And then you can actually purchase a license for Linspire. Let's see if we can get it up here on the board. Linspire, the easiest desktop Linux. Yeah, it is pretty easy. I like it. I was using that. That's what I was using back in college, but it was called Windows at the time. Back before, you know, Microsoft tried to sue them into non-existence, which they kind of successfully just a little bit. They'll be resuming normal operations. Okie dokie. Linspire server. Let's see if we can find. See, one license, self-support, $40. Download edition. I would rather have it on like a disk or a jump drive though. 12-month support subscription, $60. Which that's nice, you know, something goes haywire, something goes wonky. You know, you got the backup. See, and you can get a family license for $369. That gives you 5 licenses. And it's well worth it. And then with the support, you know, and then seeing the funny thing, the self-support, you know, there's self-support download, and this just says Linspire support license. Oh, live USB, micro SD, live SD card. So they're sitting at a jump drive as well on this. Yeah, you pay $40, but you get a pretty damn good, you know, Linux operating system. And then, you know, that's just self-support. And if you buy the actual one license, which I think that's a 12-month support, but man, they're charging a lot for the jump drive. Well, no, yeah, they're charging $20 for the jump drive. Jiminy Christmas. That's $80. And the thing with that is you also get games that are coded into Linux that you can't really get anywhere else. They actually have some pretty decent games. They got some pretty cool programs. I haven't been into their store lately. I mean, probably should dig around there and snoop around. I don't know if I'd ever need the Studio Family licenses. Let's go look at their store. Web store. Ding. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and having a reduced workforce, digital downloads may be delayed by 24 hours. It's a digital download. You pay for it. The server says, okay, thank you for your money. Here you go. And you're on your merry little way. Okay, that face mask just doesn't work. I just saw the ad over here. It's like, if I could see your mouth, it ain't working. I wanted the... Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I'm in there! What am I doing in there? Yeah, I followed it. Whatever. Linspire. Where did the store go? Linspire on a cup. I clicked on web store, and it's just like, no, bro. The web store's down because we're all staying at home. Oh, boy. Oh, it is time for that bedtime. Yeah, so looks like the web store, yeah, what they call the web store, but it should be like an app store. Linux in the news, FreeSpire, service and support, Roboto's ramblings, forums, Linspire for education, which it's a good solid operating system. Yeah, you can download Linux anywhere, but with You know, like if you're trying to run like a school or class or something like that, or even like you're just running like a community center style class and you got like 5 computers and you need to put Linux on it so you can teach people how to write resumes and whatnot. You know, you can get Linspire for education, get a tax break, you know, and install it on the computers. And it's a nice, good, solid operating system. It won't be all quirky. It'll even have users locked out of trying to do stupid crap like accidentally delete stuff. They wouldn't be able to bring up the command line. You could literally, when you get the education system, but you can do it with all of them. But when you get Linspire for education, you can literally set it up so that way they cannot change anything. They can't even change the color of font in the menu. I mean, they can't even change color of the menu. And that's good because, you know, you could stop it from actually herpa-derping all over itself and just floating belly up. But I digress. I will not pay for Libre Office unless there's a higher paying version that for enterprise that's keeping everything afloat. I mean, I will not pay Microsoft Office prices, I really should say. I'd pay $50 a year, but I would not pay $50 a month. I'd be like, nah, bro, I gotta go find something else. Thanks for the cheese. But this has been Guy the IT Guy, and this is the Linux Minute.